The Thrive Agenda calls for 40% of investment to go to communities that have been excluded, oppressed, and harmed by unjust practices to support job creation, pollution reduction, and climate resilience. Investments will be focused on Black, Brown, and Indigenous communities, working class communities, and communities facing environmental injustice. It's key that the most affected communities have the power to democratically plan, implement, and administer these projects. Like I said, this is the people's campaign. Yeah. The next person we have coming up to speak is Monica Huertas.
Thank you, Terry. Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Huertas, and I'm co-chair of Renew Rhode Island. I'm also a founding member of the Racial and Environmental Justice Committee, and I'm also the director of the People's Port Authority. I'm mother to 4 children, 9 chickens, a puppy, and a cat. Yeah. So let me just tell you a little bit about some of the things that we're calling and demanding. Grassroots leaders and legislators are calling on Congress and the Biden administration to pass the Thrive Agenda and invest federal funds in the policies and programs developed by Renew. 150 grassroots coalition members. So a year ago, we got together, grassroots organizations from around New England got together and said, we're sick of playing whack-a-mole, we're sick of having people in silos and people here and there working on kind of the same issues, and also we're sick of being working in an environment and then not seeing the intersections of housing and jobs, because we know that if you don't have a house, if you don't have stable home, if you don't go to have a good and healthy home, that you're not able to say farm and have your little chickens and farm, urban farming, and do all those things that we want to do, because we don't have stable housing. And if we don't have good and healthy housing, then we can't focus on the environment, right? And so we were like, these are all intersections that we really have to focus on. And so we got together with groups and members from environmental justice organizations, grassroots members from across the New England states, and said, let's build some regional power. And so right now our organization is 125 organizations from across New England, and it's constantly growing. And we're saying, let's create regional power, because what Massachusetts does, sometimes Rhode Island does, and what Rhode Island does, sometimes Connecticut does, right? And then also, it will stop that hold that we have, say, relying on farmers to bring us crops from Texas or Florida, right? Why can't we create some regional power so we can get some of our foods from the states in New England who have more land, and then share the commerce and share equity and justice. And so we got together, like I said, now we're a growing coalition. The communities across the 6 New England states have spent the past year, like I said, developing detailed plans, right? We just didn't come out of this with like, oh, let's just put this together. We spent time with detailed plans, asking the community what they want to see. We took plans from the climate justice plan here in Providence. That's really a good, equitable way of doing things right in a city. And actually it's very coveted, and a lot of places are calling us and saying, hey, how did you guys do that? And we say, it's simple. Ask the community what they want to see. The communities are experts in their own community. People are experts in their own community. And so they told us what they wanted to see. And so now we've made a policy, 3 policies that are great. And actually some of the sponsors are here right now, which push for housing, jobs, and clean air and clean water, because we all have a right? That's a basic human right, is housing, water, and jobs, good food. So we have plans to build and retrofit well over 1 million green affordable homes, create tens of thousands of dignified, well-compensated jobs, invest in sustainably produced food, dismantle polluting industries and overburdened communities, and slash carbon emissions. And we know, yes, give it up for that. Yes, and we know that we have no time to spend on debating if it's a human right for people in South Providence to have clean air or not. So we have a once-in-a-generation chance to pass a transformational economic recovery and infrastructure package, and to invest in community-driven solutions to meet people's most urgent needs. And we know that with COVID, all these needs have just been exacerbated, and we need help now. We need housing and just environment for everybody. Thank you.